Yes. Hi, everybody. We are here again. We are here on another episode of the Question Live Show with your host, Verona Willis-Brown, and that is more. Yes, indeed. We are here. We are here. We are doing it. And of course, I want to say to you, tonight is not our regular time schedule. We just have a delay in our scheduling tonight. We have a delay in our streaming tonight, but that is okay. Guess what happened? I'm showing up for you. Yes, indeed. It is Friday, Saturday. Because it's buy one, get one free every single day. Because God gave us one day, we got another day, and we goods to go. Absolutely. So we must always have the expectation to have more. We must always have the intention to have more. I mean, sometimes little bit, but to have more. So God gave us two for the price of one. Yes, only two for the price of one. So we come on up in here because this is a global platform. We come in here and we come and we celebrate each other. We come, we learn a thing or two, and we roll on with the punches. Yes, indeed, and we get on this journey together. This whole platform is about being together. It's about togetherness. Here we come and we say we inspire you, we empower you, but most of all, what we do, we support each other. And that is what we do. We drop inspiration, we drop education. And because this is a teaching platform, we come as student and teacher at the same time to learn, to teach, and to grow. So I ask you to come on in the room. Come on in the room so we could learn a thing or two. Now, we've been celebrating, we've been celebrating Women History Month. This is the month of March. Women out there, I celebrate you. I celebrate your strength, your courage, your beauty, your smart. I celebrate you and your boldness. I celebrate you for your impact. There's so many women around the world right now, and then, and now, and coming up, that have made impact. We have so many women that made impact. They paved the way for us that we are treading on those paths right now. So we celebrate those contributions. We have women right now that's doing a thing or two, and they're paving the path as well. We celebrate those women. And we have women coming up, and they're about to make an impact. They're about to create a path, and we celebrate them as well. If you are a woman out there and you are doing a thing or two, I celebrate you. If you are sitting there, you are contributing to this land, I celebrate you. That's what we do. We celebrate because women, we can relate to each other. It doesn't matter where around the world you go. Women can relate to each other. We were created in the image to form such a bond. Why? Because we can relate. No matter where you go around the world, no matter where you go around the country, down the road, a woman have the same feature. We do the same thing. And especially if we are mothers, we have breasts to feed our children. Yes. So we feel the same heartbeat for our children. Okay. So I want to celebrate you on this Friday night or Saturday morning and say to you, you have done well. Women, you have done well. Women, you are doing it. Women, do not devalue yourself regarding circumstances, because oftentimes we devalue ourselves based on others' opinion of us or what society says. So I am here to let you know, women around the world, encourage yourself when nobody's encouraging you. Love on yourself when nobody's loving on you. Pat yourself on the shoulder and reach over to your back when nobody's doing it. Tell yourself how beautiful you are when nobody's saying it. Why? Because you women, we women, we are. You are right. You see, even though we are talking about women and women, I want to say that we are all on a journey for life. Absolutely. And on this journey, everyone wants to have a success story. Whether you're thinking about it, you're feeling it, you're facing it, you're dreaming about it. Everyone wants to have a success story. However you define success, that is up to you. All I'm saying, I'm informing you or reminding you that no one, I mean, no, I mean, no one can succeed by themselves. No, no one can succeed by themselves. We need each other. So whether you have a talent that I am not good at, we work together and develop your talent while you help me develop mine. That is how we work together. So when we have this mentality that we're working together with our individual gifts and talent, you will see that this world is a better place. This world can be replenished by our love and our contribution, our gifts and our. So as we come and celebrate Women History Month, I say to you, remember, women, you cannot do this by yourself. Oftentimes, we fall into the category of single mothers, but that's nothing we ask for. But we are not alone. We are not alone. It doesn't matter what country you're from, we are not alone. So tonight I am representing two different set of women. That's what we've been doing for the past couple of nights. We represent either a country or a little island. So first of all, before I tell you where we are represented tonight, I want to say to you, welcome, welcome, welcome. If this is your first time tuning in, I mean absolutely your first time tuning in, I want to say to you, a special welcome is here for you. All I ask you to do is just type in the comment section that this is your first time. Whether you wave to me, you type it in, you write your name and say, it's my first time. Whatever the case is, I would like to acknowledge you. Oftentimes we go around, women, we go around and they accept us, or really accept us. But the main thing that we get, that they don't acknowledge us. But I personally want to acknowledge you. So whether you're a woman or a man, whatever you are here today, I want to know that it is your first time. That this is not only for women. This is for everybody. Come on in, come on in, come on in the room. Now, if this is your second, third, fourth, or fifth time, I say to you, welcome just the same. Because when you show up, I show up, we show up together. And what happened? We create a whole galaxy of greatness. Why? Because we are operating from our inside, and inside of us is greatness. Absolutely. We got greatness inside of us. And when we operate with greatness inside of us, it shows that we are powerful beings. It shows that we are strong and courageous. Women, we were built to carry an entire human being in our body. We are the giver of life for those who are president, prime minister, governor, whatever political leaders out there, world leaders. We breathe life into those. Yes, it is us, women. It is us that breathe life into the teacher, the student. So as I mentioned, that we cannot succeed by ourselves. Every world leader needs somebody, and they needed somebody to get where they are. So we should have the same mentality that we need to work together. Now, good. Now that we established all of that, I want to say to you that as we celebrate different countries, different women around the world, I might come with this, I might come with this, I might come with a necklace. You just never know where I'm going to come with to represent at least one woman around the world. I stand in support of you. We have the tendency not to celebrate each other. And if we just do this a little bit more often, you see that we, as life bearer, will breathe more life. And that is not to say that we will have more babies from our womb, but we will speak more life into you. We have the power to do that. I want to say tonight that we are going to be talking about where we are shining from. We're shining a light. We're doing a spotlight on two set of women tonight. One set is from here. If you know which country I'm representing with my head wrap tonight, you can put it in the comment section. If you don't know, that's okay. And then what I did tonight, I have 3 different colors of my earring tonight that is representing a flag. So if you know the island, the country, whatever it is, put it in the comment section as well. Not only that we are celebrating women in this March, we like to celebrate right here at the Question Live Show. Yes, we do. We like to celebrate. So whether it is your birthday, your anniversary, your boo's birthday, your children's birthday, the next door neighbor, you got proposed to, you got a baby, you found out you're pregnant, you just got married, whatever the case is, you develop yourself a little bit, your friend, your boo, your next door neighbor, somebody did some form of accomplishment. I want to say to you, we like to celebrate you. So put in the comment section, what is it that you would like for us to celebrate so we can celebrate with you? Because why? I do have a cheerleading squad right here. Yep, this is my cheerleading squad. So I want to say to you, come on in, put it in the comment section so we can celebrate you. We don't celebrate ourselves that much. So here in the Question Live Show, we say, come on in here so we could celebrate you. Yeah. Come on in the room. So I want to say to you again, a special welcome. And while I'm saying welcome to you, I ask you, if you're watching this on live, which you will see, live would be up there, that way, wherever you are seeing live is in a red rectangle. I ask you please to acknowledge that you're in live, and I ask you just to share the live as well. Share it with somebody else. Let somebody else come on in, because let me tell you something. Come on in. We are students and teachers at the same time. So what we teach here, we expect you to take it and share it. We hear this all the time. Knowledge is power. But knowledge is not power by itself. Knowledge is power when we take what we learn and share it with somebody else. When we share what we learn, now knowledge is power. Can you imagine your cell phone, your electronic device, that it needs some power? Where does it charge upon? It doesn't charge by itself. A cell phone or any electronic device cannot charge by itself. What happened? You need a cord to plug it in the charger. You need to put it in the power cord, and you say, yeah, now we have the same concept. Plug it in, plug in your gift, plug in your talent, and we work together. And you see what happened when you get your cell phone and you charge up in the power cord? More powerful, isn't it? So good. Thank you so much again for understanding that we came in an hour late tonight. We're just an hour late from our regular schedule. Well, it's not really late. It's just an hour away from our regular schedule. So I really acknowledge you and your patience and all that good stuff. So what country am I representing with my head wrap? I am representing the woman of Nigeria. Yes, indeed. The women of Nigeria, they're known for their head wrap. They're known for their lovely headpiece. So I am representing the sisters of Nigeria tonight. Yes, sir. I am representing them tonight with my lovely head wrap. If you ever seen a Nigerian woman put on a head wrap, honey, they don't play. They don't play. You don't play, okay? They get a head wrap in, woo, 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 and they're known for that. And you can they have a distinct look when they put on their head wrap. You're like, that's a Nigerian woman. I love being a woman because I get to do all these things, okay? I love being a woman. I love all of this. Yes, indeed. I love all of this. My brain, my beauty, my boldness. I love all of me. Yes. So when you say a Nigerian woman put on that head wrap, honey, you better excuse yourself because they put the head wrap on, they get their little clothes on, honey, and they work that. And as beautiful as can be. So I try to let you know that come on in. I represent Nigeria tonight. Now, for my airing, for those of you who are new, or for those of you who been here, you know that I'm going to wear some form of different earrings. 3 colors to my earring tonight. 3 colors. Excuse me. 3 colors to my earring tonight. Blue, green, the blue, black, and yellow. It is represented the little island of Bahamas. It's represented the little island of Bahamas because they have the 3 color up in that thing. So my earring is the flag of Bahamas. So I say to you, sisters of Bahamas, the Bahamians, I say to you, yes, honey, I celebrate you tonight. I'll stand with you. I'm with you. I see you. I see you over there, sister. We are considered sisters and goddess and queens. So it's about time somebody acknowledge that. That is who we are. So ladies out there, women out there, goddess out there, queens out there, sisters out there, we are valuable. Don't you ever lower your value based on circumstances or situation or anybody else. Let's roll right into it. We've been doing, did you know, or we've been teaching, highlighting, spotlighting women who have contributed to society in different parts of the world. So let us go into, let's see, grab your passport, grab your virtual passport. Let us go on over, let us go, let us go, let us go. Let us travel. I like to travel. So grab your virtual passport and let us roll into some traveling. Let us get going. Let us get going across the globe because we can. Yeah, we can. So we are going to go across the globe and we are going to get our passport, and our first stop is our first stop that we are going to go tonight. Yes, that's what I said. We are going to go the furthest. We are going to go all the way over to Nigeria. So grab your passport, grab your bag, and let us go into Nigeria. Yes, oh, Nigeria, we're coming over here. We're over here. Now, the founder of Nigeria Women's Union. Who knows her name? If you know her name, if you don't know her name, that's fine. We don't have no judgment here. If you know the name of the woman, right? We are talking about only women contributions on this month. On this month, we are talking about this month, we are talking about women contribution. So the woman founder of Nigeria Women's Union, it is our, oh my goodness. For many of you who been here, you see that I've been a little, I'm not under the weather, it's just that allergy been doing a whole bunch of stuff with me here. The founder of Nigeria Women's Union is Famule who, okay, I'm sorry, sister, if I'm messing up your name. Rozone Kuti. Anybody know that name? Kuti. There's a Kuti. Anybody know that name? That name sound familiar to you? Well, if you don't, that's the mother of Fela Kuti. He was a political leader, singer, dancer, entertainer. If you don't know his music, you might want to Google Dr. Google. Yes. So it is FUNMULAYO. Okay, that is the founder of the the founder of the Nigerian Women's Union. And the first woman to drive a car in the entire, listen up, because we women, we are doing it. We have done it and we're still doing it. And this is what I am coming to highlight women around the world to let you know that we women, we are making strides. We pave the way. We are making a positive impact upon this land. We as people were created to replenish the earth. That's what God created us to do, to work together and replenish the earth. To replenish the earth is not about you having babies. A natural baby in the womb is not only about replenishing the earth. We talk about our gifts, our talents, our potential, our expectation, our goals. That is what we do to replenish the earth. So Mother Kuti, she was the first woman to drive a car in the entire country. Can you imagine the first woman driving her car? Can you imagine in Nigeria, the entire Africa, the first woman to drive a car in the entire country? Hello, somebody. Listen here, Mother Kuti, I celebrate you. Because now you see women get up in their cars, women get up in their trucks, people get up in trailers, and they're doing it. You have contributed to the courage and the boldness of women around the world. And we celebrate you. Yes, indeed, we celebrate this kind of contribution. And we say you have done well. You have put us on the mark. You have put us into a place where we are bold enough, we are bold to step out there and say, hey, we are driving our car. Yes, indeed. So good, we are going to stay in. So there we go, we celebrate our sister. We celebrate our sister. Now, we want to stay in Nigeria a little bit. You know, we're in Nigeria. Yes, Nigeria. This is a color of Nigerian flag. So I could have put on all of those flags tonight. Yes. So I didn't want to do too many flags. So hey, Nigeria flag right here. So guess what now? We are going to stay in Nigeria for a little bit. We're going to stay in Nigeria for a little bit. Now, the first female political activist of Nigeria, name was, if you know the name, put it in there. But if you don't, it's okay. We don't do no judgment up in here, no. So the first female political activist is Margaret Expo. Yes, so we want to say to Sister Margaret, we celebrate you. We celebrate your goodness. We celebrate your contribution. We celebrate your boldness. We celebrate your courage and your strength, your beauty and your boldness. We celebrate all about you. We celebrate your contribution up on this land. And we celebrate your contribution in Nigeria. Someone got to stand for the people, and you stand for us, sister. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. So we want to say to you, Sister Margaret, we celebrate your contribution. Good. Good. So Nigeria is doing a thing. Nigeria is very used. Nigeria always represent wherever they go. Nigeria is just represented. Nigeria is out there doing a thing. Nigeria shows up. And when they show up just like, hey, we here. Despite anything, Nigerians show up and they're like, hey, I here. Do you see me? We here. So Nigerian women, let me tell you, we are together. So let us understand this, as you over there in Nigeria, you cannot succeed by yourself. You in Nigeria, Hold on a second. You in Nigeria, you cannot succeed by yourself. So I ask you, if you're believing that you are by yourself, I ask you to just adjust your mentality a little bit and know that you are not alone over there. For you mothers over in Nigeria, for you sisters over in Nigeria, for you women in Nigeria, I say stand strong, stand firm, and know that you are not alone. You cannot succeed by yourself. And because you cannot succeed by yourself, we are over here with you. We are standing with you. We are working with you. We are cooperating with you. We are celebrating you. So whatever positive you impact you are making on this land, you are made on this land, we stop to celebrate your goodness. We stop to celebrate how great you are. We stop to celebrate how beautiful you are. We stop to celebrate how kind and compassionate you are. Why? Because these are our traits that God Himself put in our DNA. So it doesn't matter where you are around the world, we as women stand together. Our voices matter. Our contribution matter. Our presence matter. So good, good, good. We say celebrate you, our dear sister, Margaret Expo. Let's see. So that's Margaret Expo from Nigeria, who was the first female political activist. Now, do we still want to stay in Nigeria? How long do you think we should stay in Nigeria? Because we could stay in Nigeria. At this point, Nigeria is hot. If you like the hot weather, this is a good place for you right about now. Nigeria is hot. Nigeria got some good food. So we want to get around Nigeria. We want to drive up in our car and be around in Nigeria and enjoy the beautiful Nigeria. Okay. So women, we want to come together with the women in Nigeria and we want to celebrate that. So now let's stay in Nigeria because now we're going to find another sister and another sister. The first, ready. Stick with us. The first and only. I like what I see that. I like that. I like just that part alone get me excited. The first and only. I get excited. I get really excited when I see our sister doing something like, oh, you're the first, you're the only one. Aye, more celebration. I like it. Again, we are representing the women around the world, Nigeria and the Bahamas. We are celebrating tonight. So let us stay in Nigeria. We are still in Nigeria tonight. Okay? The first and only. Okay? Listen up, people. Listen up. The first and only Nigerian woman to appear on a currency note. Hello, what we call a currency note is called a dollar bill here. In the US, we call it a dollar bill. Around the world, we say a dollar bill. Whatever, in other countries, we say dollar bill, okay? A paper money, on a money. In Nigeria, the first and only woman to appear. Hello. You don't think we need to be acknowledged? You don't believe we need to be acknowledged? You don't believe that we are contributing to society? You don't believe how important and powerful we are? Women, we are important. We are powerful. We need to be acknowledged. Sister, over there in Nigeria, the first and only Nigerian woman to appear on a currency note. That's the Naira $20 bill. That's the Naira 20. Naira 20. Is Ladi Dusi Kwali. Sister Ladi, we celebrate you. We celebrate you on that Naira 20 And we celebrate it for your boldness and your contribution to society. Listen, honey, when you don't see your name up on a dollar bill or on a note, on a euro, on a something, woo! And you're the only one? She's the only one. She's the only woman. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. My cheerleading squad. Hold on, I gotta get my cheerleading squad. Come on, somebody. The first, excuse me, the first and only Nigerian woman. Enough to give her this moment, enough to celebrate her, enough to say, sister, you have done well. Sister, you are doing it. Sister, you did it. Sister, you made a path for all Nigerian women. We are not saying that all Nigerian women are going to appear on a bill, but we are saying that she put out there that, hello, you can do a thing or two. You can impact the world one way or the other. And how you contribute is what is going to leave a lasting impact on somebody. Yeah. Right? She's not telling you that, hey, you're going to be on the next note. But she's saying, I did it. And she's saying that, listen to me, young women out there, have some form of ambition. Have an expectation to reach somewhere. She's saying that you might not make it on the bill. You might not make it on the currency note, but you might want to know that you can make it somewhere else. Think positively about your dreams, your talents, your goals, your expectation, and go and make a positive impact upon this earth. That is what she's saying. Because if she's the only woman that appear on the currency note, hello somebody, women are important. Women are valuable. Let me tell you something. There are three words when a woman walks into a room, or when a woman shows up, or when a woman contributes to anything. Once a woman is present, there are three words that goes for this woman. And those three words are yes, no, or wow. We as women, we strive, we go in, and I encourage you women to make that wow factor. Make a wow factor anywhere that you showed up, whether it is your house, whether it is in your community, or just in the world. Make a wow factor. I mean, we can hear no, but no simply means next opportunity. But we women, that is what we come with. We want to come with the wow factor. You see the word woman? You see that W and the O? Wow factor, we do it. Okay, so when we work together, we create more wow factor that men must say, woo, yes, I acknowledge who you are. I ask you, men, acknowledge women. Not accept, because guess what? You already accept who we are, that we are women. But I say to you, men, that it's time that you acknowledge women. And I say to you, women, it's time that you acknowledge another sister, another goddess, another queen. Yes, acknowledge her. We're not in competition with nobody. Acknowledge her. Support another woman. Women support another woman. Oh, hi, G. Sit down, Ram. Welcome. Good morning, G. How are you? Yes, indeed. I welcome you this morning. Good morning. Good Saturday morning. Good morning. Yes. So we are around the world. We are in Nigeria and we are in Bahamas. So I want to say to you, women in Nigeria, the road is already paved. I continue to say this, that when we show up, We must not show up for ourselves. We must show up for our family, our community. We must show up for generations to come. That when generations come into place, they must see, and they will see a path that is carved out, a positive path that is carved out, whether it's from our handprints, our heartprint, or our footprint. We want them to see that so they can travel at those paths. We're not encouraging anybody to be like us. No, please don't try to be like me. Uh-uh. We're not encouraging nobody to be like the other person. We're saying that you develop a mentality to learn from somebody else. We're not saying that you're going to be the first person to drive a car because somebody just did that already. So you can't be the first person to drive a car. The first woman to drive a car in Nigeria, another lady coming up now, she can't be the first woman to drive a car. But guess what? She's going to have some form of courage, some form of boldness to step in and say, hey, I could drive a car. I'm going to put my mind, my heart, my soul to get into a car, because oftentimes we see women walking, oh my God, walking, babies on their back, baby on their chest, the bag on their head, the bag on their arm, and they go like an entire animal, just going, carrying all these heavy load, one on the head, two on the head, and they're riding a bike or they're walking miles, miles, miles away. Why? Because society says that they stay home, they do all these things, they do all this work, they do all of that, and they pick up all these burdens and they carry the baby on the back, the baby on the shoulder, the bag, this, and yet there's still got to be a woman. Still got to be a woman. So I say to you, women, we are in this together. We're in this together. So good. So now that we're in Nigeria, again, the first and only Nigerian woman to appear on a currency note. Simply mean we are talking about a money, which is a Naira 20. That's like a $20 bill US, or a $20 bill in India, or whatever the case is. A Naira 20, the first and only woman, Ladi Dose Kwali. We celebrate you, sister. We celebrate you. Now, with that said, we are in Nigeria. We want to pack up our bag and we want to say to Nigeria, Nigeria, we thank you for welcoming us to your homeland. We thank you for serving us in your homeland. We want to say to you that we appreciate you in welcoming us so we can celebrate with our sisters over there. Sisters, I personally want to thank you for welcoming me to your country. Together, sisters, together, we are stronger. So under no circumstances should we believe that we are alone. When we work apart, we are weaker. But when we work together, we are stronger. And we want to know for sure that our greatness that lies in us, it works on strength. So we are stronger together. Good. Pack your bag, ladies. Pack your bag. Let us get out of Nigeria. It's time for us to leave Nigeria. It was good to be here. Let us pack our bag and let's go traveling to the Bahamas. We going to the island. We going to the island. Yep, indeed. We are going to the island. We're going to the islands. Come on, pack your bag and let's go to the island. Bahama mama, Bahama mama. We get your passport, put your bag on your back because we are traveling around the world. We are world traveler tonight. We are going to the Bahamas. Yes, indeed. And as I represent the Bahama flag, I say to you, Bahamas, here we come. Sisters, are you ready for us in the Bahamas? We say we are coming to get you. Don't you ever think that you are over there. We stretch some hope to you and we build hope together. We build strength together. So let us go into the Bahamas and talk about Bahamas first. No, not first. Bahamas Governor General, of course, a woman. Uh-huh. Governor General. Who is Governor General of Bahamas? Let's find out. Let's find out. Let's find out right now. The Governor General of Bahamas is Cynthia Pratt. Yes, indeed, Cynthia Pratt. We celebrate you, Sister Cynthia of the Bahamas, Governor General Cynthia Pratt. Yes, indeed, we want to say to you, you are doing it over there. You did it, and you paved the way for somebody else. Yes, indeed. Women, we want to let you know that everybody don't get to be a governor general, but we are saying that they're positioned for you to fill. They're positioned for you to fill. And because they're positioned for you to fill, I say show up. Show up. And don't only show up like, hey, I'm present. Show up and take action. Tap into all the greatness that is on your DNA. Women around the world, women that in Bahamas, I want to say to you, sisters, queens and goddess, we are in this together. Just the way your flag got 3 colors, we stand together. Just the way your flag got 3 colors, we say colors of our skin does not matter. We are saying that we are one. We stand together as sisters and we build a bond together. We wish not for you to take your gifts and your talent and become a poor person. We want to develop our gifts and our talent so we can have a wealthy mindset. And we want to have wealth as well. But first, we got to have a wealthy mindset. So Bahamas, Bahamas, Bahamas sisters, I say to you, listen up. Don't just go in those nice beaches you have over there because you got some nice beaches in Bahamas. You have nice food in Bahamas. You cook up some nice food, and I tell you, good. But you don't have to be only in the kitchen, in the house. You get out there and you don't gotta just be on the beach and looking good. Because listen, we look some good kind of way. So no, I am saying to you, just the way you have a Governor General Cynthia Pratt, you, Bahamian woman, you, Bahamian ladies, you, Bahamian queen and goddess, you have the capacity to achieve at the highest as well. So let us stay in Bahamas a little because Bahamas is nice. Bahamas got some nice drink. Bahamas got some nice people. Bahamas is clean. Bahamas say, hey, we welcome you. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump in there again. We're going to work a little bit more in Bahamas and talk about the Minister of Education, Technology, and Vocational Training. Before we get to know her name, vocational training is important. I want to pause for a second. I want to pause. The reason why I pause is because that word vocational. For those of you who don't know, I represent Jamaica at all time. I might not represent Jamaica today, but I am from Jamaica and I like to talk about my story. I like to talk about my story the best way I can because I'm the only one that could talk about my story the best way it's supposed to be talked about. Growing up in Jamaica, it was required. Absolutely a requirement, mandated, essential. All those strong words for our children or us as children to go to a vocational school, learn a trade, my parents used to say, especially my father. Parents back then used to say, learn a trade. That is where you go to a vocational school. When you go to a vocational school, you learn a trade. What is a trade? You might be passionate about putting a car together, so you're going to go to a school to learn mechanic. Hello? You might be passionate about nursing, you're going to go to nursing school. You might be passionate about teaching, you're going to go to teaching school. You might be passionate about cooking. You go to cooking school. Learn a trade, because that trade is where they're tapping into your passion. When they send you to vocational school, it's because they're tapping in and they're expanding the passion that is within us. And our passion is what pushes us to develop our purpose so we can contribute to this earth. When we develop our purpose, that purpose is to serve globally. Serve globally. When we are serving globally, that is what happened when we say, okay, my passion is this, my passion is that. So we want to serve globally. When we serve globally, you will understand that you are now hoping to fulfill that purpose where God put you on the earth to fulfill. No. Yes. So as we talk about Bahamas, the Minister of Education. Education is not just you're going into a classroom, a literal classroom where the board is there, the teacher standing in front of you and say ABC. Education can be achieved anywhere. Once you are in a waking status, you can learn a thing or two, because education is learning, and everything around us teaches us something. This is why I all the time say that what you learn, you must be able to teach it to somebody else. If you learn a word, teach it to somebody else. If you learn how to cook, teach it to somebody else. And this is why I say all the time we need each other. Education is every waking moment, because there's always something that you can learn from. And when we talk about being technicality is so important, because we want to make sure that we get into it. Don't just learn your ABC and it's like, oh, I learned my ABC. Learn how to put those ABC together and form a word. I talk about how I taught my daughter to develop a strong sense of vocabulary. Why? Because I taught her how to get into words, break words down, and when she see a big word, I taught her how to get into a big word and see how many words she can get out of that big word. That is how you teach your children to develop vocabulary skills. So education is important. It is very, very important. Yes. So the Minister of Education, Technology, and Vocational Training is our sister, our Bahamian sister, our Bahamian goddess, our Bahamian queen. Yes, indeed, our true sister from Bahamas, Glenys Hannah Martin. We celebrate Glenys, our sister Glenys Hannah Martin, for contributing to our society, for contributing to the life of the children, to contribute to the life of the adults, contributing to the life of the youth. Listen, as we go through life, we got to pour back into our youth. As we pass this, we're going to come and we're going to pour into our youth so they can grow up into their authentic self and make smart decisions. As they make smart decisions, what is smart decision? It's just being wise. It's about seeking God, putting God first in every single thing, every single area. Put God first. Put God first. It doesn't matter. Put God first. God must be the forerunner. Once we put God first, you see that we will achieve more. So yes, as we pour into our children, let us remember that they will grow up. They will grow up. Yes, indeed. So because we are in Bahamas, and Bahamas is that we want to, even though we are represented two countries, I always like to go to Jamaica. Anybody been to Jamaica? If you have not been to Jamaica, I say to you that pack your bag. We are going to go to Jamaica. Bahamas is not too far away from Jamaica. So because it is just so close, we're going to take a quick trip over to Jamaica. We're going to say, the ladies of Jamaica, we are coming over there. We are coming to meet you. Yes, indeed, we are coming to meet you in Jamaica. We are coming to meet you in Jamaica. So women of Jamaica, yeah, we're coming to see you over there. Yes, indeed. So come on in. Let's go to Jamaica real quick. Grab your bag. We are already leaving Bahamas. We don't want to leave nobody behind, because guess what? They have a thing that says Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata means nobody get left behind. No worries for the rest of your life. So we don't want you to worry. We don't want to worry that we left you in Bahamas. We don't want to worry that we left you in Nigeria. We want everybody to stick together, because when we stick together, what will happen? We will create history together. It's not only those who have made history. We have people now, today, at this time, that making history. And we are going to call out one of them today, which is in Jamaica. The Jamaican woman who held the Olympic Games triple gold medalist of reset. The Jamaican woman who held the Olympic Games triple medalist of reset is our very own Shelley-Ann Fraser-Pryce. The next person before her was Merlene Ottey. Listen, Jamaica is always doing a thing. Jamaica set record, and we want to celebrate our Olympic gold medal, triple, not just gold medalist, triple gold medalist, Shelley-Ann Fraser-Pryce. Yes. And now, because we went to Jamaica and we are leaving Jamaica, that is how we are going to end our night. Tonight, we are going to end right here, where we made our trip to the Bahamas, Nigeria, and we took a little quick stop in Jamaica. So what? We can get some coconut water and white rum. Yes, because Jamaica is no problem. So because Jamaica is no problem, we had to make a stop. I had to go home. Yes, Jamaica will always be my home. So I had to make a stop home. Yes, indeed. So Jamaica is no problem. So we are going to go and leave Jamaica, and we are going to roll right back into wherever we are coming from, because we are not traveling by ourselves. We are traveling together. Some in the US, some in the UK, some in Australia, some in India. We are in different parts of the world. So I thank you so much. I thank you so much for taking this trip with me tonight, as we did our virtual traveling to Nigeria, Bahamas, and a quick stop in Jamaica. Yes, Jamaica, and no problem. So thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Question Live Show with your host. Yes, indeed, your host, Verona Willis-Brown. And of course, that is moi. Talk to you soon as we continue our Women History Month trivia. And listen, learn a thing or two, bring somebody on the next trip around. Talk to you soon. Get your passport ready so we could do more traveling.